Hi guys, my name is Robin, and I want to introduce myself. There seems to be another my alkaline vegan journey something, and I thought only be fair because I am my alkaline vegan journey on all social media platforms. But anyhow, I wanted to kind of come on and introduce myself and kind of give you my background and give you some reasons why you might want to join our camp. First off, I started my journey in 2020, February, of course, because of the pandemic. With that, I did an initial fast, which I consider an initial cleanse of my body so that I could transition into something that would build my immune system. That was my main focus. And I really knew that was the backbone of everything that was needed during the pandemic, but even more so, I had an ankle that was killing me because I had broken it prior to going on vacation and probably didn't heal right because, of course, it broke and I was going to an island. And I was like, I'm not going to not get in the water. So I did. And probably prolonged the repair. But I started this fast and didn't really know what I was getting into because I had never fasted before. So I'm looking online and I'm seeing all these people fasting for 21 days. I'm like, I thought you could die. I really thought you could die not eating for that length of time. That was just in 2020, y'all. So I said, you know something, if they can do it, I know I got the chutzpah, how they say it? Yeah, I got it in me and I did it. But I'm like midway through and it's like, wait a minute, how do you come out of this? How do you actually break a fast responsibly for your health and to benefit from all that you've gone through and move forward? So I'm looking online. Thank you, YouTube. I love YouTube. I love these platforms where I can gain knowledge because I know I'm a sapiosexual. That's someone who really is attracted to knowledge, but I love getting it. I'm telling you, I love doing research, so I do a lot of it. Anyhow, I'm going through the story so I can tell you a little bit more about myself and about my journey and why you might want to join us because it's changing all the time and we have so many exciting things. I just moved here to St. Lucia, so I'll just give you that tidbit. But anyhow, we wound up doing a lot of fasting or research about fasting because I had my daughter helping me. It's like, I got into this and, nobody really knew because I wasn't saying much. I remember my daughter sitting at the table one day. It's like, Mommy, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, you have lost a lot of weight. And I hadn't even thought about the weight. I wasn't even thinking about weight at that point. My whole thing was I'm not falling for the okie doke with this so-called pandemic. I'm going to build my immune system. So what I did is I wound up doing that fast. And during that fast, I was doing research, finding out that you could fast for 21 days. So I started my 21-day fast and had to figure out how to get out of it to break the fast. So I did some more research, and that research led me to Dr. Sebi. I had never heard of him before. I mean, really, to me, that's like an offense, revoking black card stuff. And I went to Howard University. I had never heard of Dr. Sebi. I felt really foolish. But anyhow, I'm glad I know him now, and I know him well. I've researched this man. I love the work that he has done. Now, he may not get all the credit that he deserves and all that because of the education. You know how we prioritize where you went to school and all this other stuff. This man did it with no education, no formal education. He had all the education he needed. I'm going to tell you. He was on to some good stuff. So anyhow, I found him and I wound up saying, this is exactly what I need. Everything that's whole, wild, and I want this. So I started checking out this Facebook group and, all through the fast, I'm going through all this and I'm ordering from Amazon. I'm getting my space set up. So that's the first thing. I started getting my space up because everybody else in the house is eating straight any kind of meat, anything. So I'm thinking, yeah, okay, if I can do this and kind of come up with some stuff, they might kind of come with me and join in. But anyhow, that's okay if they don't, and they didn't. Brittany and CJ, they are more cognizant. I love the way they think. They're going to integrate it into their daily plan and, work with that. So the teas and things like that they're doing. And they're seeing differences. Like I said, you don't have to do all things at one time. You can take your time with them, but it will take time for you to see the actual end result or some of the results. Unlike me, I purged my system. I was at zero. And the food that I replaced everything with was so apropos to my chemistry and everything that my skin instantly cleared up. My hair started growing. My nails, strengthened and were just healthier. So the inflammation that I had around the broken ankle and the chipped knee, all of that dissipated. In the first 21 days, my blood pressure, if you have been following me, my blood pressure has been off the roof for years. They tried to put me on some medicine and stuff, and I didn't take it. I guess I could have expired, by being so negligent. But I was trying because I knew it had something to do with weight. Because I gained some weight. And even though the doctor's like, oh, yeah, with age, you're going to gain weight. I'm like, yeah, well, this weight ain't that weight. This is some weight that's causing me to have high blood pressure. So I need a way to get rid of it. So I actually went to a nutritionist with the same facility. And this woman actually gave me a pyramid chart. I really want to wring her neck. I'm telling you, it's like they're paying you for what? I'm paying you for what? You hand me a pyramid chart for some nutrition? Yeah, she almost got it. But I wound up taking the matter into my own hands. And it took me a minute. I did some dieting and I did the Atkins. And the Atkins, I'm telling you, that definitely works. But I'm telling you, it's one of those things that I guess if I had kept it up, I would have kept, but I didn't feel the way I do now. That I felt like I had to stop eating and certain things. I don't feel as restricted now as I did with Atkins. And Atkins lasted, but I don't think it was something that was sustainable for me. Because, how you going to go without eating, I need veggies. I'd rather do veggies. And that's why this type of lifestyle is more like the Mediterranean diet, where you're eating all wild things that are not cross-pollinated, things that are not genetically modified, and that's a great start. So I did all the research, found Dr. Sebi, and I wound up doing the 21 days fasting, and after that went right into eating everything exclusively from Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide. That was the first thing. And I'm going to tell you, I remember feeling that entire time. You couldn't put me down. I was working with Amazon doing deliveries, and I was working with what's the other place? Not GitHub, DoorDash, delivering food and stuff. Because we were like in transit. We had just come from Australia. I thought we were going back to Australia. They closed the country down. We stuck in DC, and it's like, what you gonna do? So yeah, I got busy, and that's what I wound up doing. And I'm telling you, I was fasting the whole time. Energy like a mug. I'm telling you, once you get past those first 3 days, I'm telling you, home sailing. And your body is going through a transition, and it's better done at rest. But I was still able to get mine in with doing the deliveries. And I paced myself, because when you're doing long-term fasting, and I'm saying anything over 10 days of fasting is long-term fasting. And you want to be cognizant that your body needs to be in a state of rest while it's repairing itself. So anyhow, I did the Dr. Sebi, and then this group that I was with wound up doing a fast May 1. So from February 24th to March 16th, 17th, I fasted. Then March 16th to May 1st, I did nothing but Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide food. Everything, exclusively, nothing but it. No deviations whatsoever. Just straight. So I went from a cleaned out body to doing all the things that Dr. Sebi had on his nutritional guide, and went back into a fast. That was that May 1st to through May 22nd fast was the easiest fast I've ever done since. And I know it was because my body was cleansed. I was cleansed of everything. So when I went into that fast, it was just getting the leftover stuff that I didn't get in February, March. So I was cool. So what I decided to do, like a dummy, I'm gonna test it. And I did. I went the rest of the year doing 3 more fasts. I did the February fast, the May fast, the July fast, and the November fast. And between those fasts, I did some damage. I was trying to find out about meat. I was trying to find out how my body, after being cleansed out and everything, after the fast, I actually did meat at one interval, and then once I did sugar, M&Ms, peanut M&Ms. Oh God! And then I did the fish fowl and stuff, and I found that sugar by far is the worst. That's why nobody wants that shit in their diet, nowhere, because it doesn't belong. It's poison. The other thing is dairy, yeah, straight inflammation. And it's the next. But meat was interesting, and I believe that's why Atkins worked for me, because the meat, even though we're not supposed to eat it and all that, as far as what my body went through being cleansed of everything and then consuming more meat than anything for the 30 days before I did that November fast, I was able to see that, yeah, I felt sluggish. I felt nothing like the energy that I felt after fasting and moving right into Dr. Sabi's nutritional guide food. I'm telling you, y'all. And I'm telling you, I had high blood pressure, and I'm talking about systolic numbers like 200 and diastolic 100 plus often. And them having to retain me there in the clinic because my blood pressure is so high, it's inevitable I'm going to have a stroke. Just inevitable. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't feel nothing. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. But anyhow, my blood pressure is no longer an issue, and my doctor is now trying to figure out why. And I'm telling you, it's because of the lifestyle change, and that lifestyle is purging your system. And I suggest, and it makes common sense, that any lifestyle change that you make, and I'm talking any, that's with a relationship, with a job, with a diet, with an exercise regime, do a fast, purge. And you're not going to get nothing with anything under 7 days. I mean, you'll get that. But 7 days, all water. I dare you. I double D dare you, because I'm going to tell you, all it really takes is 10. But 7, I'll give you 7. 1 solid week with nothing but water. And I tell you, you thank me later. Simple as that. That's what that's about. So, yeah, I'm not going to keep you, but I wanted to introduce myself and kind of give you my background. I now, because of my journey, have a store that we sell some of the things that, and I say we because my family is with me, my daughter, 2 daughters, and my son, and my mom, and my brother. We're all collaborating on 3 continents, getting things together. Right now I'm in St. Lucia. My daughter is still in Sydney, Australia, and then I have my other family that's there in the States, between states. So we're here to service you. We've got sea moss that I'm harvesting here in St. Lucia. I've got a camp set up, drying facilities. Everything is natural. We're doing it with the moon. I'm telling you, this thing is energized. And to top it off, it's being grown in St. Lucian soil. I mean, in the waters of St. Lucia, where all the volcanoes and stuff. They've got the only volcano that you can drive through right here in St. Lucia. I mean, the island is just magnificent. And I'm so glad I moved here. I love it here. I've been here a year. And I'm telling you, the sea moss, I'm telling you, it's like, it's everything. Because the soil is just crazy enriched. So, yeah. So after I did all the fasting for 2020, 21, I did my first 40-day all-water fast. And it changed my life, literally. Changed my life. I'm now have some extra gifts, I'll say that. But I'm still researching, trying to understand what it was, because when I went into it, it was simply to do a complete reset for the whole year. Because even though I started off 2020 with, doing the fast and then doing Dr. Sabi, I felt that I still have stuff in my system from doing the experiments. So I wound up doing the 40 days to reset, not realizing that at day 30 or so, I'm now merging into not just cleansing my physical body, but my conscious body. And some things have happened that, I'm understanding from some people who are, doing some other things to get to where I got on doing these 40 days. So I'm looking at mine as being more organic, more just straight centered from within me, with any external things. So I'm careful to, check people on things. And even mentioning that is funny because my Alkaline Vegan Journey, we're having our first year reunion here in St. Lucia in December. I'm going to post the details, but it's a reunion and a retreat. And the retreat is an ayahuasca retreat done by an Amazonian. So I want you all to check me out. Follow me, subscribe, because we're on a journey now that, I actually, during this journey, moved from the States to St. Lucia. So check us out. We've got some things going on. And what I'd like to do is have each of you be, some part and parcel of the true My Alkaline Vegan Journey incorporated as shareholders, and I'm trying to set that up because everyone needs to be invested. Everyone needs to be invested, and you all are already family members, so you all get first dibs on, whatever shares here with My Alkaline Vegan Journey. So, yeah, subscribe. I'm Robin. This is My Alkaline Vegan Journey. We have the same name on all the social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Pinterest, and Facebook. So follow us on all. We don't know what's happening with TikTok. They're trying to ban it and all that stuff. So we're doing our migration now. So nice to see you guys. Thank you all so much for joining, and I will be back.